Hello there. Welcome back to the Nerdery. On this episode, we are going to compare the brand new Beskar Mandalorian with the prior release Mandalorian Action Figure. This episode will also ask and answer the question, now that the Mando has a jetpack, you gotta pose him flying in your display, right? Really digging the Beskar Mando in box. For those of you who are in-box collectors only, these new boxes are an absolute delight. These three boxes are all from different waves, but I wanted to show how neat it can look if you are an in-box collector or if you're taking the figures out and saving the boxes for display. These are each figure number one from a different wave. Maybe I'll get lucky and find the rest of the figures in the wave, or my pre-orders will actually show up. Top of the box has a clear window and is angled. You have the Star Wars Black Series logo up top. Looking in, you can see his jetpack, his rifle, his blaster, and the new Beskar armor. I love how it shimmers and shines, and it looks great in contrast with the blacks, grays, and orangish yellow in the packaging. Side of the box has this awesome art. I love the colors bubbling up and the mix with the grayscale. If you're an in-box collector, these are such a nice upgrade compared to the black and red boxes. Back of the box continues the side art and has the description. His body is shielded by Beskar armor. His face is hidden behind a T-visored mask, and his past is wrapped in mystery. No one is quite sure who this well-equipped stranger is. Bum, 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 bum. Dude, this Beskar Mando is awesome out of box. First thing I thought of was this. Beskar Mando's helmet is clean and it has a nice shimmer to it. Look at the silver kind of sparkles that go with it, man. Love the way that they did the Beskar armor on the helmet. The head has some neat articulation. If you look at the neck moves in a 360 degree pattern, and then the helmet moves independently as well. So you have two 360 degree joints there. So nice side to side, looks down, looks up, and then give you some nice little Mando head tilt. Comparing helmet to helmet, they look to be the same mold. Only differences are the mud and weathering on the old Mando helmet, and the silver is just toned down a little. It's more of a matte finish and has less, sparkles in it. Let's check out the torsos first. The undergarments worn by the Beskar Mando are a brown, whereas they're a gray on the original Mando. You can see that the chest armor is a different shape and design. I really appreciate that that is different because it did change in the show. And this looks more Mandalorian, not that this doesn't, but the Beskar has more of a Mandalorian feel to it. The belt is a slightly different color. So the new Beskar Mando is a lighter shade of brown than the original Mando. And if you get down to the midriff, the Mando had a brown undershirt, where this Mando has a gray and brown undershirt, breaking up the colors in the belt. Again, you can appreciate the brown undergarments. You can see the Beskar armor on his right shoulder and the Mudhorn symbol. The prior Mando's right shoulder has a sand and blue color, which is vaguely reminiscent to the Scarif Trooper's armor. Left shoulder is Beskar armor. You can see a few dings in it, where the prior Mando is brown weathered and you can see damage on it. And again, you can appreciate the brown versus gray undergarments. Beskar Mando has a shiny Beskar steel wrist gauntlet, compared to the old Mando, which is brown, and you can also see that the gauntlet has been upgraded. There's more technology and detail to it. The hand armor is a different shade of sand and a different color blue for the triangle. Not only did the Mando's left wrist gauntlet get upgraded with the Beskar armor, it also looks like he has a technology upgrade. You could see the Stinger missiles as well as the control panel, whereas on the old armor you could just see the control panel and no Stinger missiles. Let's see if there's any difference in the accessories. Here's Beskar Mando's blaster. It looks to have Beskar steel on the body and a brown handle. Prior version is the same mold, but the body is a space gray and has a dark gray handle to it. Here's the new Incinerator Rifle, again upgraded to Beskar steel, and has a nice brown stock. Scope is black, as well as the body of the rifle. The top is black with a little bit of space gray underneath. Prior Incinerator Rifle is the same mold, but it does have the darker space gray metal. And the stocks of the gun are just a slightly different shade of brown. Upper body articulation is the same, 360 degree shoulder motion. The only difference I can see in articulation is due to the shoulder armor. It's a little bit harder and comes out further, so it does not allow the shoulder to come all the way out on either side. Pinless elbow joint with 360 degree rotation and gets slightly better than 90 degrees. Torso is a ball and socket with 360 degree rotation and flexion back and forth and side to side. Jetpack has 3 pegs. Press into the back, sits in there very tight and nice. Oh, dude, check out how that looks on him. So now the question is, if you're going to pose him flying in your display, do you have to take the cape off, or does the cape maybe coming up like that add to some more realism? What are you guys thinking for Beskar Mando? Are you going to pose him flying with the jetpack? Or are you going to pose him with his rifle or his blaster? This is in more of the space gray color that you see on the weapons for the original Mando figure. Love the detail on this. Let's see how it looks next to Boba. Hope Mando doesn't have jetpack envy, but you cannot compete with Boba's, man. Look at the missile on top, the way that his rockets come out to the side there. I mean, this is a really cool accessory, and it's going to look sweet in a display. But man, Boba has the goat of backpacks. More detail, more colors, weathered, and you have the bonus rocket on top. Love the way he looks in these new Hasbro Pulse stands. Link to their review is below if you haven't seen it. Would love for you guys to check it out. And then one of the other things that's cool about these stands is you could tilt them out to the side, and then it has pegs on here. So you can actually move the figure out to the side like that, and then stick a figure in the peg and it would hold them on there. So I think it just adds more display options, but I appreciate this not being dead space where I can move this figure out to the side and then still display something underneath it. Scale comparison time. Here's Beskar Mando with Paz Vizsla and Boba Fett. Dude, they look so cool together. I love the different types of Mandalorian armor, and this makes me even more excited for all the Mandalorians I pre-ordered that maybe someday will show up. Scale fun with the Beskar Mando and the child. And let's throw in the original Mando figure too. They look so cool together. I love the evolution of his Beskar armor. I really appreciate the Beskar on the blaster and the rifle, and they both look so cool with Baby Yoda. Clearly, there's no other way to pose Beskar Mando with jetpack other than to have him flying in the display. He looks awesome, hovering above the other figures, cape in motion. I just love the way that the Beskar looks in flight, and he looks great with the other Mandalorians from the series. Let me know which way you guys are going to pose your Beskar Mando. Are you going to have him in flight with his rifle or his blaster? No wrong ways here, man. Just curious what you guys are doing, and always appreciate the interaction. Please like, subscribe, and ring the bell to join the noble quest of building this action figure collection. See you real soon.